Oh, right. This is my first ever live stream on this phone. What is going on, YouTube? I am back with another, live stream, vlog, whatever you want to call it. I haven't done one of these videos on camera in a while, but I just been thinking about something lately, and it's about, godly friendships, and something that's been on my mind for the last couple of weeks. I mean, especially this week because, I was watching a sermon about from this pastor from, Oklahoma, I forgot, Victory Tulsa. He was talking about having a God team, or what achieve a God dream is to have a God team. And basically, he's talking about like having God people around you. And like, I was thinking about that, and I was like, man, he's so right. And I was thinking about a conversation I had with my buddy Cameron a couple months back when he told me how he was able to grow so strong in the Lord in just a short amount of time. And he was saying because he hung around godly people. And that really just like resonated with me for a long time because for the longest time I always felt like I always felt like I was the oddball for having such a personal relationship with God, for reading the word, for praying and for seeking God for everything. I always felt like kind of an oddball, for doing that. If I wasn't if I wasn't out there, just doing, you know, things in my flesh or doing things out of just pure emotion, then I wasn't being real, wasn't being human enough. So like when I hang out with Cameron, Evan, and and Jerry and like and those guys, I'm just like wow, these people or these people are different than what I'm used to, and like I'm so glad that God has put them in my life. I'm so glad that okay, we got one viewer watching. I'm so glad that oh, got like, what's up? I'm just so glad. Oh, hey, assassin. I'm just so glad that I got people in my life who I can call friends. I could hang out with. I could talk to about anything. Anything I want to. Like we have so much in common. Outside the fact that we are Christians. We like we like some of the same music. We we like some of the same music. We like some of the same sports teams. I mean, I'm not much a sports person. Like I mean, we like some of the same sports teams. We like some of the same foods. Like we have so many things in common, and I just like really am blessed to have friends like that. But the problem with that, problem with well, my situation was that as for those of you who've been following my channel for a while, know that my mom would let me go to you know at Mount Olive, which was a church that my buddy Jerry's going to, and like I was so disappointed because I was like, what? Like I was having fun there. I was, growing the Lord. I mean, people there were just so nice and just so, friendly, and they were just so, on fire for God. I mean, these young people, they were like 15, 16. Some as young as like 11 and 12, and they were just so like passionate about God. And I was like, wow, that is so cool seeing that within, people who are, in their teenage years. That's like so awesome because for the longest time, I always felt like, I was the only like, young person who had a serious relationship with God, and now seeing that within my age group. I mean, because some are just like 1 or 2 years younger than me, and they just like and they're like super passionate about God. I'm just like, man, like I need this in my life, But my mom didn't see it that way, because it was so different than what we were used to. My mom, she's like, very old school, Pentecostal. So like she didn't really feel comfortable with me going to a church where they had a gym. It was a white church, um, and then, she didn't really know anybody from the church. So like she would always come home worried about me and stuff like that, even though we had a time of my life with these kids. So like it really felt, so like it really was kind of like, hurtful, it was really kind of, hurtful because I was getting along with them so well, and I was having so much fun, but it ended up, getting into arguments with my mom. My mom would be saying you trying to act way, or you're the devil and whatever, and it was just like so hurtful, just going here, don't do that, because I mean, like, my mom always told me, you need to hang out with people, you need to hang out with them, and now I'm hanging out with people, and now she feels intimidated by them, and it was just like so like discouraging, and so ever since then I just like kind of just kept everything to myself. I didn't really hung out with anybody. I mean, I have seen Jerry, at the Cancel Crusade for Christ, whatever, and I seen him, or whatever, but like I was, every now and again, but like, it's not the same. It wasn't the same as it was, 3, 4 months ago, where we was like, hanging out, on a weekly basis. So so just say that to say that, that godly friendships has been like kind of a struggle for me for a long time, but I'm not giving up. I know God's put these people. I know that God, wants me to, trust in Him. I know God wants me to put Him first. I know sometimes we get carried away when I have something that, when I have something, that I really want, and then I kind of like go, sometimes overindulge in it. Like if I get like a new phone, if I get like something, or I get a new video game, or sometimes I like overindulge in it to the point where I'm not reading the word like I should, or I'm not praying out the way I should. I mean, or I'm talking to people more. I spend more time with talking to other people about random stuff than I am with talking to God. So so just by based on self awareness, I feel like, I do realize that I do need to put God first, but like, at the same time, I know that, but I know that for me at least, I know that for me at least, I mean, for the last year or so, I haven't, allow my friends to become distractions in my life, but actually add to my walk with God. Meaning that, when I hung out with Cameron, like, it made me want to get close to God just by talking to him, just by sharing his testimony. Like, I was like, oh man, I need to get close to God. Like, this dude is serious. And Evan, just him encouraging me, and him, always saying positive things about me. Like, stuff like that made me, want to get strong with the Lord. So like I'm more, so I feel like, the people, who got has placed in my life recently had made me want to grow close to God, you know. So I'm patient about this right now, and I'm not gonna let nothing stop me from growing in the Lord. But you guys pray for me that I stay stronger, and that I, eventually find my, circle. I mean, even though I find my circle, but you know what I'm saying, I find that circle where I could, not only get to talk on a regular basis, we actually can see each other on a regular basis, like that. Like I have a family outside. Of my family. So that's all I want to say with this video. This is Mario signing off.